Hello and welcome to another edition of Spooky Reviews from Spooky Ventures. I'm Gary Hill and I'm both your host and your reviewer. This is the 204th episode and it's a real turkey. Sorry, I couldn't resist that pun. Now this movie is not a stinker at all, but it does have a turkey connection, making it perfect for review right before Thanksgiving. I'm looking at the Blu-ray release of a film called Gobblefoot. Now, while this movie isn't specifically tied to Thanksgiving, it's definitely tied to turkeys. Before I talk about this movie specifically, though, I really need to talk a little bit about super low-budget indie film in general. I review a lot of those types of movies. I also make those types of movies, and a lot of my friends are involved in making them too. I've worked with a couple of the people who have small roles in this movie. I also watch a lot of super low budget indie stuff. If you don't watch a lot of that kind of stuff, the whole production value might be a problem for you. It might get in the way of your enjoyment of the movie. I mean, if you're expecting something with the production values of, say, A24 or Blumhouse, you're probably going to be disappointed. You don't get that with indie low-budget stuff. That's just the nature of low-budget indie film. It's also one of its charms. For all the limitations caused by budget, these types of movies often tell some of the most interesting stories, and they do it in ways that, yes, they have some flaws, they have some deficiencies, but you can admire how they got around those things, or at least I can. That is clearly true of this one. The creature here, a sort of weird hybrid that's part turkey and part human, is inventive and very creative. Sure, the effects of it are not completely effective, but that's no truer here than it was in classic low-budget fare like the things Ed Wood and Roger Corman produced. I mean, come on, those giant leeches in Roger Corman? Nah. This is a folk horror tale. There is one scene where someone suggests a Lovecraftian connection, but I really don't think the rest of the movie makes a case for that at all. This whole story and creature go back to a witch's curse from centuries earlier. The movie does tend to drag just a little at times, but really it's only a little bit, and it's only at certain points. There are some seriously quirky characters here, and some of the kills get pretty gory. There are also some surprises in the story. I like the way they show how the events taking place are triggering PTSD in one of the characters, too. That's an interesting angle and a level of reality. All of those things add up to make this a particularly effective film. The Blu-ray includes a number of bonus features, but none of them really grabbed me that much. Still, you buy movies for the main film more than you do for the bonuses. I think this is definitely a better than a lot of them example of the low-budget indie horror world. The inventiveness and creativity alone is worth the price of admission for me. Spooky Ventures is the home for spooky content and spooky merchandise on the web. Check it out today at spookyventures.com. And remember, always keep it spooky.